So how to make a demonic pact? It's relatively simple. You call the spirit you want to make a covenant with, present his energy through the methods of evocation, and then arrange the deal with the spirit. So as you heard, right now it's not difficult. The question is what you have to do before the pact is made. Before you make this serious undertaking with the spirit towards the goal you have in mind, before that, you need to open up your psychic abilities, you need to create a relationship with the spirit in question, and you also need to be willing to commit yourself to the working. So, to keep this video short, to make a pact is not difficult. Maintaining pact is difficult, and preparing for the pact is difficult. The creation of the pact itself is not difficult at all. There are three things you need to do. You need to build a relationship with the spirit first, to some degree. Then you need to be able to feel and hear the spirit you are making a covenant with. And you also need to be able to possess the spirit and sign the pact in a powerful manner. Now, when we are talking about pacts created by other sorcerers for you, you need to respect the instructions given to you by another sorcerer in order for it to work. When pact is created for you, you need to receive the set of instructions you need to work with and do in order to maintain the pact, in order for the pact to manifest. So, to be honest, I will speak once again about what you need to do. So, pick the spirit, for example, Demoness Bion. Okay, I want to create a pact with Bion. Now, what should I do? Okay, let's take as granted that I have psychic abilities developed enough to feel and speak to Bion. So, if I want to create pact with Bion, what should I do? Is I should first call Bion for a few days. And then, after I called Bion for a few days, I should give her offerings for a few days after I call her up. And then I should meet the spirit and discuss with the spirit the matter of the pact for a few days. And what should I do, and what should spirit do, and how we should build our relationship and build the things together. What spirit needs from me, what I need from the spirit. Okay, give it offerings for a few days, talk to it for a few days, call it for a few days. To be familiar with the spirit, okay? Because when you create a pact, it's a long-term shit, and you need to be able to know what are you dealing with. Because a lot of people jump in pact like they jump in quick sex, and they want to be entertained by the pact, or they want to get a quick result or something, and then they do the pact and they don't know how to respect their terms, they don't know how to communicate with spirit, they don't know what spirit actually wants from them and what they actually want from the spirit, and what you get is a mess. So first, call the spirit up, talk to it for a few days, and then when you are familiar with the spirit and you gave it offerings for a few days, and when the spirit knows who you are, and when spirit is accustomed to feel pleasure in your presence, then you go to the next phase. And that next phase is actually calling spirit up to determine the nature and terms of the pact in question. So, after you call spirit up, first day you just discuss the terms with the spirit. And then you write those terms, and then you call spirit again another day after that and discuss the terms again. And then you do this terms discussion for a few days, okay? To arrange exactly what spirit is doing and what are you doing. And after you call him for a few days to discuss exactly the text of the pact, what is meant by each word, what is expected from you in each aspect of it. After all of this is discussed and written on the piece of paper, then we come to the signing of the pact itself, okay? So, if you want to sign a pact, for example, I want to sign a pact with Bjorn, and I want to sign a pact with Bjorn, right? I call the Bjorn, I lay out written terms we discussed, and after I lay out my written terms, I call the spirit to agree to my terms and to swear on his true name that he agreed to the terms, right? Then spirit swears on his true name. He says, I swear on my true name, I agree on terms so and so, and I will do so and so. And then you lay out the written pact, and then call the spirit to infuse that pact, that parchment, or whatever material pact is written on, with his own energy. And then you wait as spirit infuses his own energy into this piece of paper or piece of parchment or whatever where pact is written. And after that, you write your name on the pact and anoint it with blood. Anoint your name with blood. And with this process, the pact is made. After you anoint, after you write your name below the pact and anoint it with your own blood, the pact is signed. Now, this is how it goes. You first need to familiarize with the spirit, give it offerings for a few days, then you need to call spirit up to discuss every word within fucking covenant for a few days. And then you need to write your blood, write your name below the pact and sign it after spirit consecrated the parchment and swore on his true name that he will indeed do what is asked of him. Now, this is how pact is made. But after it is made, a lot of work needs to be done on your side and on side of the spirit in order for things to manifest. So, if spirit swore on his true name, he is obligated by the laws of the realm he inhabits to do his part of the deal. But you need to do your part of the deal too. I talked about it in my previous videos. So this is short explanation about how the pact is made. Okay. I don't need to explain to you once again that in order to call up the spirit to make a pact, you actually need to either call professional sorcerer to make pact for you, or be able to evoke spirits yourself. It doesn't have to be full physical materialization, but you need to be able to call them to the point you can feel their energy and presence and communicate with them in some way. So those are the basics of pact making. This is enough for today.